There's another question in the audience. What are the benefits of chanting Vishnu Sahasranama?
Vishnu is the deity for maintenance, no? So Vishnu Sahasranam, when we chant, then all the maintenance work. They say, when we chant, then diseases also, they're less affected by diseases. The imbalances in the body, the Vata, Pitta, Kapha imbalances, they calm down a little bit. The mind settles down. So everything connected with maintenance, that becomes stronger. Then you carry that energy also when you go. Then you learn to maintain things, your relations and other things. All the direct and indirect things connected with Vishnu happen to you. That energy is activated. The maintenance, the energy of maintenance.
There's another question. It says, what is divine love?
Love is divine. That's all.
Okay. Where there's the question that we got this week. What is our ego, or what if our ego wants no competition?
That's not possible. That's not possible. Nature of life is competition. Nature of life is pulls and pressure. And there is no human being in the world who does not have competition. Okay. Knowingly, unknowingly, he gets into competition. And it's nature of life. You just accept it and do what you think is right. Many people run away from competition. But if you run away from your competition, such is the nature of life, you have to come back again on this planet. And you have to start life from wherever you dropped it. So better is you compete, you become better and better and exit, never to come back. Find that moksha. Okay. And when you are anyway in moksha, then it doesn't matter, When you are in this life or not life, doesn't matter. You enjoy all what is happening in life.
There's a question is how to protect ourselves from evil eye of others.
Yeah, you keep on doing your sadhana, meditation, sudarshan kriya, and chant Om Namah Shivaya. So the chanting of Om Namah Shivaya and your sadhana creates a protective shield around you. Okay, and then anything, even your bhakti can be, your devotion can be your protective shield. In the earlier programs, we talked about Bhakta Prahlada, no? Bhakta Prahlada, he was only 5 years old when all those incidents, or less than that, and all those incidents happened in his life. But he was so devoted, he had so much faith that no matter what, his Sri Hari will take care of everything. So his parents wanted to destroy him, his relations, all the near and dear ones wanted him to be dead. But the devotion was so strong that no matter what, they could not harm him.
There's a request. Is like when Prashantji need to do an advanced course with you soon.
I'm teaching a couple of offline courses this coming weekends, the coming 2 weekends. And my next online advanced meditation program is 22nd to 24th January. Okay. So if you want, you can come to Bangalore and participate in an offline advanced meditation program, or online is also possible.
There's a question: what remedies can be done for a person who has died under Dhanishta Panchkara Nakshatra?
Yeah, there are certain nakshatras which are called Panchaka nakshatras. When a person dies, they say that 5 people will also die in the locality or whatever. So, the local priest and all that, they will guide you. I don't know much about it, but I remember when my parents passed away, the priest checked whether they passed away in the Panchaka Nakshatra or whether cremation is happening in the Panchaka Nakshatra. Some things they check. I didn't ask them, and I never made any efforts to understand what are the remedies. But your local priests, they are well aware, especially the ones who do the cremation. Those priests are a little different than other priests, and they will guide you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. There's another question in the audience. Even though Lord Krishna was God himself, why did he had to suffer in his early life, separation from parents, attempts on life, etc.?
Yeah, from our perspective, it appears suffering, but that is what he decided to go through before he came here, isn't it? So it was a divine plan. And, only when you go through tough times, you become tougher. So maybe all that what he went through in his earlier life, the earlier years of his life, that made him tough and strong to be able to face whatever he had to face in his life.
Great. Bhaiya, the last question that I have is, I always want peace or harmony between my parents and become shaken when they argue. How to be stable in such situations?
Yeah, let them argue. They argue and they come together also again. They don't argue and drift apart. And they have been arguing even before you were born. They are arguing now also. And when you move away and you get into your job or whatever, they will continue to argue. That is the nature of, marriage or people whom you love. They will argue. They will shout at each other, sometimes quarrel also. And then everything will settle down for a few days. Then again it will erupt and then it will calm down. That is what life is. It's not only parents, even good friends, they're like that. They're not scared of arguing. They will argue, they will fight, they will whatever, quarrel also. But they don't allow that to affect their friendship. So that is how it is. That is the nature of life. Children argue with their parents, parents argue with their children, brothers and sisters argue with each other, husband and wife argue with each other. It is the nature of all relations. You don't have to worry about all this. Just look at it as a drama and move on. And you don't go to solve that. If you go to solve that, they will blame you only for all the quarrels. So let them fight and they will patch up themselves only. Okay, you don't get into it. You just enjoy the drama and laugh, because that is a very natural part of life. Know that they will argue and they will, come back to normal life. And arguing is only also part of normal life only. There is nothing abnormal about arguing.
Great, Bhaiya. There's another question in the audience. When will Guruji reveal Vishwaroop to all of us like Krishna did to Arjuna?
You have to ask him. How can I predict that? As far as I'm concerned, he, in different ways, he's exhibiting that. These Krishna, when he showed the Vishwaroop, he told Arjun, these eyes cannot see that. You require special eyes, isn't it? When you look at from a different perspective, special eyes means what? A different perspective. Already everything is exhibited. It's just that we are not able to catch it. It's like a hologram. From a different angle, it looks different. That perspective has to change. That's all. The Vishwaroop is already there.
Great, Bhaiya. That's all we have today.
I think there is one more question. No, one more.
Where the question was, he's asking, I think, does it happen with you also? He was asking about quarrels and arguments.
Yeah, it happens with everyone. I quarrel with my sister also. Everyone, friends also. That is nature, no? And that is what makes life interesting. If everything was happening very smoothly, no quarrels, no pulls and pressures, life will become very boring, no? differences of opinion are there sometimes. So what? And that is the charm of life, no? Okay. So good. Any last words before we end, Dhruv?
No, Bhaiya, thank you so much, and thank you for everyone for participating. You've been a good support. I love answering or asking your questions to Bhaiya, so please keep asking.
Mm. So it was wonderful having you on the first session of Keeping It Simple this year. Mm. May you keep on supporting us. And as we are finding out every week, public participation is increasing. People used to send questions to Dhruv directly. Now it's all on the forum, and it just shows that people are very, very interested with whatever is happening here. So, as always, keep on supporting us, and may you have a wonderful week. And we meet next week, same time, same place on Instagram. Take care and Jai Gurudev.
Take it.